Every answer to every question is right here before your eyes. And now you see it. Now you see it. And the star of our show, now you see him, Jack Norris.
Here we come, John. Hello. What a group. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hi at home. Glad you tuned in to this edition of Now You See It, the show that shows all the answers. All you have to do is find them. I want everybody here now to join me in saying hello to our new champion, Florine Spurka. Florine, come out and say hello. Welcome back. You all right? Okay. Florine almost broke our bank on the last show. She missed only one question, so she won $900. Now, since the bank was not broken, we've added $1,000 to it, and today we have $11,000 in the bank. Florine, if you manage to win your way through this championship round and play the solo game, you have a chance of going home with $11,900. A lot of loot we're talking about. Right now, though, why don't you go over to the players' table and take your chair, and we'll go over and say hello to the lady who won the qualifying round on the last show and who is playing against Florine in our championship round on this show. And she is Leslie Evans. Hi, Leslie.
Hi, Jack.
How are you today?
Just fine.
Leslie is from Oxnard, right?
Right.
Secretary, married for how long now?
6 years.
6 years. We qualified you on our last show. We weren't able to start this round, so we're going to start the whole shebang with the championship round today. And I'll explain the scoring and all just a little bit later. But right now, in order to play that championship round, let's bring on the big board, please. Girls, now you see it. Now you don't. Every answer to every question is right there. All you have to do is find it. 100 points wins our championship round. And then that girl will come over here, play the solo game, and try to break the bank for $11,000. The minute either Florine or Leslie hit 50 points or pass it, the point value for all the answers will be double for the remainder of the championship round. So, all set? Good luck to you both. Florine and Leslie, here's the championship board. Let's light it up. Here comes your first question. What photograph was made on a metal plate by early-day photographers? Yes, Leslie?
Line 1.
That is right.
Position 3, tin type.
Tin type is right. Here's how we score. Line 1 worth 1 point. Position 3 worth 3. Add them up, 4 points. Go to Leslie for that answer. That's how we score. All right, next question. Cyrano de Bergerac and Jimmy Durante share what prominent... Yes, Florine?
Line 2.
Right.
Position 5, nose.
Yes, what prominent physical feature? The schnoz. 2 and 5 add up to 7, and so Florine, our champ, goes into the very early lead, 7-4. Here comes another question. The cry of what African animal often resembles human laughter? Yes, Leslie?
Line 4.
That's right.
Position 3, hyena.
Yeah, the laughing hyena. 7 points for that answer. Now Leslie leads. All right, girls, here's your next question. In the cartoon Hazel, created by Ted Key, what was Hazel's job, Florine?
Line 3.
Right.
Position 1, maid.
That's it. Maid. 4 points for that answer. We're tied up again. 11 points apiece. Girl, here comes your next question. When visiting a gambling casino, what game... Yes, Florine?
Line 2.
Okay.
Position 1, token.
No. Sorry, that's not it. And here it is. When visiting a gambling casino, what game might you play that resembles bingo? It is position 3, Keno. No points awarded there. Just a little too early. You needed to hear the rest of that question. All right. Have a new one for you, girls. Here we go. Maybelline and Johnny Be Good were both gold record hits for what rock? Yes, Florine?
Line 1.
No. Gives you a free guess, Leslie. I'm going to repeat the question for you. Maybelline and Johnny Be Good were both gold record hits for what rock and roll star named Chuck?
Line 4.
Right.
Position 10, Berry.
That's it, Chuck Berry. 14 big points for that one. Leslie's halfway to that 50 points where we changed and had double the point value for the answers. All right, here's your next question. In the spring, what famous horse race is held in Kentucky? Florine?
Line 2.
Right.
Position 9, Derby.
That's it, the Kentucky Derby, held in Louisville, Kentucky, my hometown. 11 points for that answer. It's close, 25-22. Leslie still leads. Next question. What's the highest ranking face card? Yes, Florine. Searching. Leslie, that's going to give you another free guess after I repeat the question. What's the highest ranking face card in a poker game?
Line 1,
Right.
position 11, king.
That's it. Yes, a king. 12 points for your answer, Leslie. Now you have 37. Florine is at 22. And here comes another question for you. What do you call a sword worn by officers in the cavalry? All right, Florine.
Line 4,
Right.
position 8, saber.
That's it. And Leslie knew you were right. She spotted it about the same time, but Florine beat her to the button. 12 points for that answer. It's close. 37-34. Leslie leads. Next question. What red garden vegetable is sometimes... Leslie?
Line 3,
Right.
position 11, beet.
Yeah, sometimes served pickled. Pickle beets. 14 points for that answer. 51 for Leslie. She has hit that magic point. 51 points for Leslie. From here on out, for the rest of this game, double point value for each answer. And we'll come back to complete our championship round right after these words. So hang in there, please.
The BUZZR Academy of Hosting presents Tossing to Commercial.
We'll continue playing fast, but in just a moment, right after these messages.
Don't you dare go away.
Don't go away. Don't go away.
Keep it right here on BUZZR.
We're back to complete our championship round. Playing in the round today, we have our current champ on the left of your screen, Florine Spurka. She's won $900 so far. Leslie Evans is on the right. She's leading. Score 51-34. Because Leslie has hit the 50-point plateau, point value for all answers now double. Remember, it takes 100 points to win. All right, back to work we go, girls. Let's see who's going to come over here and try to break the bank for $11,000. Here is your next question. There's the board. We light it up. The film To Kill a Mockingbird won an Academy Award. Leslie.
Line 1,
Right.
position 8, Peck.
That's it. For what actor named Gregory? Gregory Peck. We double the answer. It is 18 points added to your score, Leslie. Now you have a lead of 69-34. Next question. In the film, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, which Betty played Baby Jane? Florine.
Line 3,
Right.
position 4, Davis.
That's right. The one and only Betty Davis. 14 points for that answer. And now Florine's starting to close ground, 69-48. Here comes another question for you. What name is given smooth silk, cotton, or... Yes, Florine?
Line 1.
Right.
Position 1 satin.
That's right. Yep. Rayon fabric with a glossy finish, satin. Double points, 4 added. Score now, 69-52. Leslie still leads. Next question. During World War II, what? Yes, Florine?
Line 3.
Right.
Position 8 CB.
CB is right. Wow. Question was, what name was given a member of the Navy's construction battalion? She got it. Double point value. We had 22 to your score. Florine now leads 74-69. 100 wins, remember, and here's your next question. What Hebrew religious feast is celebrated during the Passover holiday? Yes, Florine.
Line 2.
Right.
Position 7 Seder.
Seder is right. 18 points for that answer. She has 92. Florine is at 92. She's knocking on the door. Leslie has 69. She's still in there. Here comes another question. What is the principal monetary unit of Japan? Leslie.
Line 4.
Right.
Position 4, yen.
Yen is right. 16 points for that answer. You're now at 85, Leslie. Florine, 92. Next question. What do you call the clamp a carpenter uses to hold his work in place? Girls, the answer is in line 3, position 6, a vise. He uses a vise that clamps his work in place. All right, score remains the same. Here comes another question. What short name refers to the... Yes, Florine?
Line 3.
No. Going to repeat the question for you, Leslie, and let me read the whole thing. What short name refers to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration?
Line 4.
Right.
Position 6, NASA.
That is right. Double point value. We have a new champion, Leslie Evans. Final score, 105-92. Too bad, Florine, that early buzz-in on that last question, I think probably did it. But in the meantime, you have won $900 in cash, over $500 in prizes. We thank you for being on the show.
It's really
You're a great champ. Thank you, Florine. And now, Leslie Evans, take the walk to the podium and join me, please. You are going to be playing our solo game today. Congratulations. Well done. Very good, very good. Okay, this is your first time up here, Leslie. And you know that we're going to give you 60 seconds to give me 10 correct answers. And if you do, you will break our bank for $11,000. Now, if you don't go all the way and win the $11,000, we will pay you $100 for each answer you get along the way. So pick up as many as you can. And for goodness sakes, Leslie, don't waste too much time looking for the answer. If you want me to skip a clue, you simply say pass. I'll come back to it automatically. Let me clean that up there a little bit. Okay. All right, fine. All the answers appear right here on the TV screen. We ask you to search them out, call them out, circle them with this pen so that we know you have found it. Right-handed?
No, left.
All right. Fellas, that means I want to check out the left-hand pen, if you would, please. Okay, very good. There you are, dear. Okay, Leslie, here we go for the big money, $11,000. Excuse me. Light up the board, please. Clock will start after your first clue, and here it is. Oscar-winning George C. Scott movie. Right. Carpetbaggers author, Harold.
Robbins.
Right. The most recent king of England.
Pass.
A bulb vegetable.
Pass.
What's My Line host, Larry.
Blyden.
Right. A blacksmith's furnace.
Pass.
Mrs. Miniver co-star, Walter.
Pass.
Fingernail file, board.
Pass.
Gas used in electric signs.
Neon.
Right. North Vietnam Gulf.
Pass.
Back. The most recent king of England.
George.
Right. A bulb vegetable.
Pass.
A blacksmith's furnace.
Forge.
Right. Mrs. Miniver co-star, Walter.
Pigeon.
Right. Fingernail file, board.
Emery.
Right. North Vietnam Gulf.
Pass.
A bulb vegetable. Time's up. You got 8 correct answers, Leslie. Good start. $800 you've just picked up. Not bad, young lady. $800 and you're our new champ. Maybe you'll get another crack at the solo game later on. We'll find out. Right now, we'll go back and pick up the only 2 answers that you missed. One is a bulb vegetable. It's in line 2, onion. Use it all the time. The other one was North Vietnam Gulf. It's in line 3, the Gulf of Tonkin. Tonkin. Line 3, right here. See it?
Right,
T-O-N-K-I-N.
right.
Okay, and was that right? Okay, we're going to take a time out. We'll come back with more of Now You See It right after these words. We're back to play a qualifying round of Now You See It right after I invite our new champion and winner of $800, Leslie Evans, to go upstairs to the Champions Gallery and watch the action. Leslie, relax now as we have Mr. Johnny Olson introduce 2 new players, please. Johnny?
All right, Jack. First, Joni Eston from Westminster, California, and Ken Havens from Encino, California.
How do you do? Ken, Joni, welcome. Nice to have both of you here. Now let's go over and get acquainted with these nice folks. First of all, this is Ken Havens, gentleman on the left, who's going to tell us some more about him. Ken?
Hi, Jack.
Hi.
I'm a writer. I live in Encino and play a lot of tennis.
That's it.
That's it.
A very brief intro. All right, Ken, nice to have you on the show.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to you. That pretty young lady next to you is Joni Eston. Joni, tell us about you, please.
I'm a teacher married to an engineer, and we've recently moved to a fifth of an acre and discovered gardening.
Joni, welcome to the show, and of
Thank
course,
you.
good luck to you. We play our qualifying round 1 letter at a time, and the first one that scores 5 points will win more than $500 in prizes. We'll meet our new champion, Leslie, in the championship round, and perhaps come over here and try to break our bank to the tune of $11,000. To find out how it works out, let's start the qualifying round. Ken, Joni, all set? All right,
Yes.
Here's your first line. Here comes your first clue. Usually very refined letter. Yes, Ken?
Sugar.
Sugar is right. On 1 letter, he got it, and he scores the first point. Very good, Ken. Okay, here comes your second clue. Part of a holding action. Yes, Joni?
Garage?
No, that gives you a free guess, Ken, if you want. Part of a holding action.
Pass.
Okay, part of a holding action. Letter? Letter? Yes, Ken?
Garter.
Garter is right. Yes, sir. You have 2 points. 3 more for Ken. He'll advance to that championship round. Let's see if Joni can head him off. Here's another clue for you. often found close to home. Letter? Joni?
So, errand.
Gives Ken a free guess. Often found close to home.
Terrain.
Nope. Okay, often found close to home. Letter? 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 Can't give it to you. Gives you the answer. What's close to your home? How about a terrace?
Terrace.
Yeah, terrace.
Right,
All righty.
right.
No points there. Remains the same. 2-0. Ken leads. Here comes your next clue. At the heart of the matter. Letter. Yes, Joni?
Center.
Center is right. Yes, ma'am. All right, that makes it 2-1. Let's go to the next line. Here comes another clue. Part of the service. Letter. Letter. Yes, Joni?
I'm sorry.
That gives Ken a free guess. Part of the service.
Don't know.
Okay, no guess. Part of the service. Letter. Letter. Yes, Joni?
Sermon.
Yeah, that's part of the service, a religious service. Sermon. That ties it up. Score is 2-2, and here comes another clue. Often a personal letter. 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 Yes, Ken?
Monogram.
Monogram is right. Yes, sir. You have now 3 points to Joni's 2. Ken needs 2 more to play in the championship round. Here comes another clue. The clue is, usually comes as a surprise. Letter. Letter. Yes, Joni.
Ambush.
Ambush is right. You've tied it up. 3-3. Oh, boy. Each player needs 2 points to get into that championship round. Here's the next line. Here's your next clue. More than enough. Letter. Letter. Joni.
Extra.
Extra is right. You now have come from behind to go into the lead. 4-3. 1 point for Joni, 2 for Ken to get into the championships. Here's your next clue. Always a follower. Joni.
Trail.
No, gives you a free guess, Ken. Always a follower.
Trapper.
No. Okay, always a follower. Letter. Letter. Joni.
Trailer.
Trailer. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, ma'am. That's it. 5 points for Joni Eston. Congratulations, Joni. Ken, in the meantime, we want to thank you very much for being on the show. Sir, we have a goodbye gift for you backstage. Hope you enjoyed your stay. Good luck to you,
Thank
Ken.
you very much.
Thanks for being here. Congratulations, Joni. You're going to be playing in our championship round. But right now, you've just won more than $500 worth of prizes. And here's Johnny Olson to tell us about them. John?
Instantly, Jack. First, the range that washes dishes from Modern Made. 4 full-size appliances, vent hood, eye-level oven, and cooktop mounted over a dishwasher in only 30-inch width. And a set of the all-new Encyclopedia Britannica, 30 volumes having 3 parts that can be used for quick locating facts and probing subjects in depth or for self-study. Britannica 3. Okay, Jack?
Much, Johnny. Another championship round coming right up. But first, let's have Leslie come downstairs. That's our new champ. She won $800 last time out here at the solo game. And in just a few seconds, we'll be playing the championship round between Leslie and Joni. Don't go away.
The BUZZR Academy of Hosting presents Making a Graceful Exit.
We bond to fit a dude.
Keep it right here on BUZZR.
Championship round coming up. Playing in the round today, our current champ on the left of your screen, Leslie Evans. She's won $800. And Joni Eston on the right won our qualifying round. Girls, in order to play that championship round, gentlemen, bring on the big board, please. Now you see it. Now you don't. We play till one of our players hits 100 points. That girl will then come over here and try to break the bank for $11,000. When either of our players reaches the 50-point plateau, the point value for the answers will be doubled for the remainder of the round. Leslie, Joni, ready?
Ready.
Good luck. Here's the championship board. Light it up, please. Here is your first question. According to legend, Paul Bunyan's ox was what color? Yes, Leslie?
Line 2.
That is right.
Position 3, blue.
That's it. Oh, blue. That does it. Line 2, worth 2 points. Position 3, worth 3. Add them up. 5 points go to our champ on the first question. Next one coming right up. What Italian town is the birthplace of St. Francis? And it's Leslie again.
Line 3.
Right.
Position 2, Assisi.
That's right. St. Francis of Assisi. 5 more points for that answer. Leslie leads 10-0 in the early going. Next question. How would you classify each of the following? Propane, butane, helium, methane, hydrogen. Yes, Joni?
Line 4.
Right.
Position 1. Gas.
That is right. Very good. 5 points for that answer. Joni, you're on the board. The game is on. Here comes your next question. Between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn is what hot geographic zone? Joni?
Line 1.
Right.
Position 4. Torrid.
Torrid is right. Yes, ma'am. 5 points. You've tied it up. 10 points apiece. Here's your next question. On the Mary Tyler Moore Show, what actor named Ed portrays Mary's grumpy boss? Yes, Joni?
Line 4.
That is right.
Position 2. Asner.
That's right. Ed Asner. 6 points for that answer. Now Joni leads 16-10. Next question. By what title would you address a Catholic nun? Leslie.
Line 3.
Right.
Position 6, sister.
Sister is right. 9 points for that answer. And now Leslie goes into the lead. The score is 19-16, and we shall return with more of Now You See It right after we take time out for these words. We'll complete this championship round on our next show. Leslie and Joni, listen to this. $1,000 added to the bank. Next time, $12,000 in the Now You See It Bank. Till then, it's Jack Nars. So long.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Now You See It, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Stay tuned for Love of Life next over most of the CBS stations.